Hi, I'm Christine Comerford, and I wanted to share a message from Corona. For those of you who don't know me, this is intended primarily for people who already know me, but if you don't know me, I did pop a couple of intro slides in here because I figured that maybe one of our Beyond Your Brain retreat alumni sent this to you. So I'm an executive coach using a lot of neuroscience and neurolinguistics, and we blend that in some cases, not all, with Peruvian shamanism. So today, what we're going to do is you're going to hear the message that I received, take it or leave it, see if it's useful to you or not, up to you. And a couple of days ago, when I was sitting at my mesa, I got the message after meditating that I should, here's my mesa, that I should journey and observe coronavirus. And I felt a little uncomfortable doing that. So I reached out to my friend Bonnie, who's always up for an adventure, and she said, heck yeah, I'll go with you. So we both got in front of our mesas. She got on her iPhone, I got on mine, and we opened our mesas and we did a journey. For those of you who go to our retreats, you know how to do journeys. For those of you who don't, we'll talk more about those in a couple minutes. And so what we did was we first observed Corona, and I'm just going to read my notes to you, to learn more about it. And what is interesting is that it's a system buster. It is here to disrupt the old ways that don't work anymore. And it will be stopped before millions of people die. It's here to remove, to usher out those who have been generous enough to sacrifice to help us all reset the planet to a new level of consciousness. So the people who are passing, who are releasing their bodies, are doing that as an act of love for the rest of us. So that's quite amazing. Um, it has a lot of red and black and a very complex, sophisticated structure, which I thought was interesting. It feeds on fear. So the more fear people spread, the more it just feeds the virus. It's going to be around for longer than it would need to be. We'll talk about its purpose in a minute. Its soft underbelly is love. So I know it might sound strange, but if you can appreciate, and maybe after the cards I show you in a couple of minutes, you'll be able to really appreciate the gifts of Corona, then it will just be able to do its thing and leave. It does have consciousness. It wants to be respected. Those not respecting it, not taking the shelter in place seriously, etc., are putting themselves at risk. Those with tremendous fear are drawing it to them. It's a fairly sophisticated life form, but it has a purpose and it simply wants to accomplish its purpose and move on. And the purpose will be explained in the cards in just a moment, and also to usher those very generous souls who are part of this transition to this new state of consciousness off to a new adventure. So let's look at the progression of how we got here. So after we did the journey, we pulled 3 cards. The first is the state, the past, the state that contributed to the situation. And I'm going to read from John Holland's awesome Psychic Tarot, because these were the cards that I pulled from his. So just notice how interesting this is. So the state of awareness that contributed to Corona being called here, uh, the gland adrenal. How many people do you know that have adrenal burnout? A lot. Okay. Keywords: I have, that grasping, fearful I have. The element is earth. Known as the base or root chakra, this energy center is situated at the base of the spine and is most closely related to all of your earthly issues, such as survival, the physical body, issues of money, sustenance, safety, and shelter. So interesting on that point. So that's kind of what got us here. And just notice all the disconnection, all the greed, all the fear that we've seen in the world, and kind of helps us understand why we got here. Also, how interesting is this, that the card is red and black? Huh. The present, what's needed to navigate through this situation. So again, John Holland. Oh, and this is one of his mental cards. Notice how mental we've all been. That'll make more sense when we get to the next one. Rest and rejuvenate. This card implies that a period of rest, meditation, rejuvenation, and recuperation is in order. It usually comes forward when you're encountering or coming out of a particularly emotional or mentally taxing experience. The number 4 in numerology means foundation. So this is a time to heal, to create a new foundation, right? To be with your soul, to continue moving steadily forward. Allowing space just for your reflection is both needed and long overdue. Reposing and taking moments for yourself will give you an opportunity to look at a problem or situation instead of being in it. It's a chance to stand back, view your life with clarity and renewed appreciation, and see where changes can be made to create a healthier and stronger foundation, enabling you to take your next step. Okay, so what is the next step? Going the future. So this is where we'll get with successful navigation of this situation, spiritual union. Oh, and this is an emotional card. Notice how we're going from mental to emotional. We're trying to shut down or reduce the relentless jabbering of the mind and actually start feeling what it's like to be ourselves. This card deals with relationships involving an emotional bond. It could be between new lovers, kindred souls, family members, friends, business associates, or partners. It could even relate to a project or a specific situation. This would be the perfect time to realize that all relationships are really about you. Notice when you act with different people in your life. Are they giving you energy or taking it away? Is there an even exchange? There should be an equal balance between giving and receiving energy. Relationships are mirror images of your own life. They reflect how you feel and treat yourself and how you react and respond to various situations and individuals around you. Each and every union is an opportunity for growth. So, wow, going from fear and the baseline, if you will, to the mind, the intellect, to actually feeling. So I had never planned to make this video, and I was sharing this information with one of our clients on a coaching call, and she said, please make a video so that she can share it with some of her friends. So again, hopefully this is helpful. So what do we do now? We do a healthy reset. And a healthy reset, oh, here's the cards, by the way. The left is the past, the middle is the present, and the right is the future. So to do a healthy reset, first we have to understand how we want to feel. So look at our emotion wheel, a bunch of emotions here, not all of them. If you have other emotions that aren't on the wheel, that's okay. And I want us to start to think about, we're such relentless doers, myself included. How can we be beers? Who would you like to be? How would you like to feel? So once we start to really get present to, what are the majority of emotions I really want to experience? Gosh, maybe you really want to be peaceful a lot more, cheerful a lot more. What else is here? Hopeful a lot more. See what's true for you, okay? And now notice where you are. Maneuvers of consciousness, one of our great neurolinguistic tools, we use this when we're stuck. So if you're stuck in fear or stuck in you can pause this video. You can go through these 4 steps, 3 minutes each. Just follow the directions, have your emotion wheel handy. And what you'll find is that you can shift your state very, very quickly. Reality is what you say it is. That's not being in denial. That's just being statement of fact, okay? We get to choose our own reality. Regardless of what's happening outside, we can be peaceful inside. So you do maneuvers, but then you don't want to stop there. You then want to go to the next step, which is the outcome frame. So once we've cleared the decks with maneuvers of consciousness, we then go through the 6 steps of the outcome frame to create what we call a desired state. We want to do this for at least 15 minutes so we can really step into it. All right, these tools, these infographics are on smarttribesinstitute.com in the resources section. If you would like to increase your ability to be emotionally resilient, go to smarttribesinstitute.com/emotion and sign up. You'll get one infographic and little short lesson, if you will, each week. Please share them with your family, with your friends, with your team, with your colleagues, with anybody that wants to be able to choose their emotional state more easily. If you're interested in shamanism, mysticism, learning how executives use that and leaders use that greater awareness of themselves and the natural world and connecting and listening more effectively to the natural world and the universe, go to beyondyourbrain.com. So the net, we got here for a reason. Rest and rejuvenation, getting still will help us do that positive, healthy reset so that we can then start experiencing more feeling, more nourishment, more fulfillment in our lives. If this video was helpful to you, please like it because I've not done one like this before and I'd like to see how it was received. All right, thanks so much.